I've been walking around for a while, and then I thought I must talk a bit. So these trees are 1 year 9 months where I am now. Never been irrigated, and I saw one tree with flowers. Maybe I'll go back, but I just wanted to walk on that line going down and see what is actually happening, because most of the organic matter was brought in. All of the organic matter that was here, a bush like that, was used to fill those dongers. One day when I have the opportunity of having a excavator, I will remodel as I do also my dams that I always talk about. But for them to fill up, it must really rain. A very big La Nina rain. That's what I need. But now we're in La Nina, so they say. But I wanna see, as now we've started our rainy, I can officially say now we've started our rainy season. With full confidence, I can say it is gonna rain at least every 2 weeks. It is gonna give me something like this. I will have weather like this almost every 2 weeks, because around here it gets really hot. So the hotter it becomes, the more rain we get. And we are in a tropical belt. I'm really thinking of my decision to go down there, but let me go. So, as I am in a tropical belt, that's why I can gamble. I don't want to say gamble, it's not gambling, because someone once told me that the difference between an irrigated farm and a non-irrigated farm, the difference is 10%. And I understood the methodology, because now we must also talk about the cost of pumping the water. So the cost of piping as well. If you are not in a farm like mine, where you can use gravity for sure, you must get, the cost of pumping is twice, into the dam, out of the dam. So that's the only difference. That's where the cost is, and the piping as well. So if you now calculate all those things with people that know how to calculate, that's when they reached an answer of 10%. If you are in a tropical belt like mine, and we're not talking about, let me say, we're talking about making sure that if you are the one who was not fertilizing, if you are the one who's not irrigating, your trees are always on point, because your trees must be able to weather the storm that comes when there's no rain. So, okay, with that said, they told me that there were trees with flowers. I thought I could go down and come and see them. I'm not seeing anything. It's very difficult to walk around inside there. Here it's much more easier. Yeah, not too bad. You will see. What I want, the deadline I missed, I wanted it to rain like this after I've trained them. I really wanted that. That is where one thing I failed. That the timing, I missed just because I should have made sure that they are tied before. But Nyazwanga was not agreeing with the idea. But now, the first thing they'll do Monday morning is tie them down and make sure that when they start blossoming, we have shooters all the way, and then we can select the ones we want. This is where I wanna make my dam. If you can see, this is all that the donga should the water when passing down from that side and that side should be able to fill here, and then that side where it submerges, when you'll see when I go down, I'm going to make a bridge with all of this sand here, all of this soil. It's gonna be a very big dam. That's my biggest worry. But anyway, we'll talk about it another day. As I'm taking notes of what I'm doing here, it's going to be interesting when I now look at what I thought I wanted, what I want to do, and what actually came up. Where do I wanna go? Do I go into my 816 that have been painted, or do I go? Let me go that side. I'll come back. The arteries. How can I put it? The arteries which are doing very good, and the arteries which were struggling. But if I could talk about percentage-wise, I'm sure we're less than 10%. Because it is a hardy tree. I always say that. And then, now as we're passing, remember when I talked about mulch? Now that it rained, it's gonna set in nicely, and then what we have to do is come and move it away from the stem. It is very critical if you have mulched after the first rain, or if you're mulching using grass. This is a mulching using grass. If you're using wood chips, you can just pour it all around without it requiring to be moved. But with grass, because I use the grass that we cut here, with grass, you just put a lot around, and then as soon as it sets after the first rain, you come and move it away from the stem. If you don't do that, you're gonna face a problem. You're gonna face a very big problem. If the stem, there is a disease that comes with it. I cannot speak it now from the top of my head, but there is a disease that comes through it because your stem is always wet. That's why I painted my 816, because now, as we've officially started the rainy season, I want to make sure that my stem is always dry. looking at it. Okay, let me pause this one and then I'll make a part 2 when I go up there. I just thought of something, so it caught my attention for a bit. So these they are getting their first rainy season. They're in their first full rainy season. How old are these trees? I must get my bearings right. How old are these cuttings? They were planted in June. Not June. Is it June last year? Yes. So they got some sort of rainy season before they could set. But now this is their first rainy season after they've set. And I want to see how they'll look like, because I've always wanted short trees. I couldn't achieve it with the 816. I tried a little bit with the Beaumont, but these ones, they are branching from a very short base. Look at this tree. It's got branches for days. And I haven't topped them. I have not done anything to them. And then with just one rainy weekend, everything turns green. Even the grass that was white, everything turns green. So the nice thing, let me pause this one and then I'll take a part 2 when I go back that side. Oh, let me go back while I'm taking notes. It's always important to think. Do you know what I've learned through this farming career that I chose? Because this is my job. I wake up every day and come to the farm. If I'm not going to the farm, then I'm doing something that will be relevant to the farm. Here's another one which is closer. Look at these branches. Let me get closer. It's gonna be a very beautiful tree. And then we're gonna come and move the grass away from the stem in all of the trees, because as I said, if you don't do that, you're gonna face yourself a problem. The older the tree gets, the wider your circle becomes. Always remember that, because you want to protect the root zone. You don't want to protect the stem. You want the stem to be always dry. And then even my Beaumonts are looking good. I'm not gonna lie, there's one beautiful one. I'm looking at this one. It's got branches for days and they're nice and short. So we're going to try as much as possible to keep them short because of this terrain. Going up there, it's not the easiest things to do. I wonder if I'll ever get a tractor that will survive here. It's going to be very interesting. And then I'm coming to the place where I was talking about my dams. So when it starts raining properly, water from that road and that road. I wanna channel it here. And somewhere in the middle of my 816 there is where I have to put rocks to direct the water, because there's streams coming out. You should see this place raining. It's amazing. And then from here I must make not too deep, not too shallow, but a very beautiful dam, because all of that soil will come and make a bridge here, so that I can pull the fence straight on the bridge. Because currently here I won't be able to pass with anything while carrying a load. And then all these rocks, we'll put them and pack them accordingly, so that it's nice and solid. So it's gonna be quite a hefty job. And then I can be able to see what I can do with this place. They're painted. He did a very good job, I would say. I must take one of these roads. Oh, let me take the last one. It's easier like that. What have I learned through this painting? I must actually find out how many trees did others paint with. You might find that you are messing up something. You are messing up something. You are not doing it properly. You think you are doing it properly. That's what I want to say. And also this road, talking back to my dam issue, this road, I want it to be slightly deeper, so that it can elevate all the water from this road to that dam. I need a very intelligent engineer to do this for me. But it's gonna look nice. How many lights? Wow. Oh, wow. Hey, this guy. Oh, that's lime. So this is some of the lime getting dissolved. I wonder, I should Google about it. How long does it actually take effect? That's one thing I should Google. Yes, as I was saying, I wonder how long does lime actually take effect? I'm very curious about it right now. And then I'm not gonna be going that side. Now that is still muddy now. And then somewhere here, one of them had a flower. And then also here on this door in front of us, it's where I will have to close it. Is it this one or that one? Let me think about it. Oh, yes. Oh, it's coming all right. It's coming all right here. Oh, lovely. So, what's my concept? I'm saying if this year I can make them get flowers and drop them because they may be not strong enough to hold the flowers. But then definitely next year a tree will know that I did not die. I should have held on those flowers. That's my concept. I'm never wrong. No, I'm always wrong. I'm sometimes wrong. Nobody's too wise. I always say, this is what I always say. It's not, don't try and know everything. Just try to know a little bit about everything so that you can have an idea. Oh, what a beautiful bird sitting there. You won't say it is not even too clear enough. This is one of the hardest walks that I always have to endure. So next week we are tree training. Next week we are tree training, and then we must just make sure that we paint these ones before we tree train them. But nah, we tree train everything. We tree train all of them. The paint will come. We'll see how they'll have to do it. They are looking not too bad from a distance. It's just that it's a bad idea going inside. But actually it's a good idea, because that said, I'm just going to gather mud. Sorry for that. To believe this tree was planted the same time as this tree and any other trees. What do? Take it out, plant a new one, or try and manage it? I say take it out and plant a new one as quick as possible. And when some are even taller than me. But when I say train them, that's when you'll see they're not that tall. Because most of these branches must come out. But Eric won't be happy with me pruning, because we're always fighting about the scissor. I even stopped walking around with it. What was in there? Hey, I saw one. Am I afraid of snakes? I don't really think so. But if it comes, if I find it in front of me, it's gonna be a very, very interesting situation. Sometimes it is quite difficult to talk while going up this mountain. Here on top, we need to remove most of these branches here so that we can have a uniform. But I'll have to talk to Eric about it, because look at this, and then look at that. Here it's only 3 and 1 leader trying to go up. So we train these ones and then we let the leader go up. And then we come and look at here. We must actually select a leader. We must actually select a leader between these two, because there are actually 2 leaders here. These things get confusing by the day. And then this one has a leader going up. And then we just move these ones so that they have space for light. I always try and think, and it might be the problem with me. I always think a lot, and then now that the grass have said, we're going to move it apart to the distance of the peg there, and then everything is gonna be moved away, because now, as I'm saying it maybe for the 4th time, it's gonna be getting like this, every second week. That's how confident I am with the amount of rain we're getting. Not too bad, really. It's gonna be very interesting this coming few months. And then this is what I still have to. From where I was, there's still a lot of land to the bush. This is how nice and wide it must be. That side, he was so much in a rush. You must just come and polish here, and everything will be on point with the rainy season. This is where I was still helping to clear. So it must look like this. Or even move it a little bit back on the other trees. But here I was still around. I don't remember what I had to do that made me leave. Where is that tree? Is it this one? Yes. Let me see how it looks now that it's raining. Dropped all of the flowers. I don't know how visible it is. It dropped all of the flowers. So now this is what we want. Just for the tree to say, let me try, but I did not die. It was too late, but the rain came. So that's the concept, that's the autonomy of trees. Maybe that's the word I've been looking for. That's the autonomy of trees. So what does that mean? Next year, it's gonna carry flowers for sure. And after the tree training exercise we're going to do, trust me. And then this one last week started getting sick. I really have to talk to my agronomist. We haven't talked in a while. But let's hope the rain caught it in time. Because there's one thing I've learned with the macadamia tree. If it starts dying, it's going to die. I wish I went to that tree. I'll do it another day, not today. Today it was a walk and a half. Thank you.